We are here hosting a youth roundtable on sustainable agriculture, food security, and education. And Grow the Future and Cornelio Candelaria Organics has partnered with Michelle Lujan Grisham's office and particularly her youth internship. A couple of her youth interns have been to Grow the Future actually to plant those cucumbers over there, some tomato plants, and they knew Grow the Future and they thought, hey, how cool would it be if we bring the Congresswoman to Grow the Future?
Food justice is having all families in New Mexico and all around the world to have access to affordable, organic, healthy foods for their whole family.
Food justice is important to me because I've seen it firsthand. I've been to a few growers markets with my family and I see all the people struggling, and I think all of them should have access to fresh food.
Food justice means giving everyone an equal opportunity to have access to healthier foods, to have access to be able to grow their own foods, and you can see this a lot, a growing movement for food justice in New Mexico with the growth of farmers markets and things like community gardens recently.
More support for small farmers, especially for community gardens and stuff like that, where people have a chance, especially children. It's amazing, children now seem to think their food comes from the grocery store. They don't understand that it actually comes out of the ground.
And have a time where youth can share the issues in our communities with the Congresswoman, and a time where she could just listen, and tour the farm, get to see sustainable agriculture in action, get to see a 300-year-old farm, and really hear our voice and hear our call that we need more farms like this, we need more programs like Grow the Future to create healthier communities, to educate kids on the importance of eating healthy, of growing food, of caring for the environment.
And so when we got together, a few friends, and discovered really Grow the Future together, and then had people like Jackie who knew about the organization, we decided that we wanted to do an event that really just brought the issue to light in our community.
Out the principles that Travis and I kind of came up with for Grow the Future, and that's love, compassion, equality, and sustainability is what guides us for all this work, and it's been guiding my brother Rodrigo and myself with all of this.
The system that we exist under right now is intentional. It was created to kind of keep people moving, keep you from creating a space, keep you from understanding the importance of the place that you live in, keep you from kind of developing that relationship with the earth and developing that relationship with your community, right? It's a way to keep people powerless. So we see that, right, and we recognize it. And so some of the things we really try to do is think differently about how are we getting food to communities, how are we getting resources to communities, how are we getting people engaged in the systems that they're trying to benefit from, but that are usually kind of oppressing them.
Yeah, we fought to get more fruits and vegetables on our kids' lunch tray. But what they noticed is all our kids were going through, and at the end of their session, they were rushing to recess and throwing out most of the fruits and vegetables that we fought to get on the tray. So unless there's programs out there like Project Feed the Hood, like Grow the Future, like your internship, that are able to kind of back up the policy things that we're doing, and I think that's what always gets left out of stuff is educational programming.
When I was in high school, none of this ever even occurred to me about engaging in this way, and it does. I think it shapes the future and it gives hope for all of us and every New Mexico family and everyone in the United States. And I'm really proud of you.
Basically, what Grow the Future does makes healthy food accessible to neighborhoods that don't have healthy food accessible. Impoverished neighborhoods across the United States increasingly find themselves being labeled food deserts. This term, while cleverly appropriate, is more than that. In reality, it's a grim description of an even worse situation. Food deserts are areas in which healthy food and affordable food cannot be found. There are few to no supermarkets anywhere nearby. Fast food drive-thrus, corner stores with little to no fresh produce, and gas station convenience stores litter the neighborhood.
When a young child walked up to a plant and looked at it, I think it was a tomato, and said, "Oh, this is how tomatoes grow." It was an experience that he had never had. Most of his experience was at some grocery store or some place where commercially they were being offered. And it was a real revelation, I think, for that child, but it was also a revelation for the rest of us who were involved, that there's a gap between what we think people have experienced and that which they have experienced.
I wanted our office to get involved in this project so much as well is because I think people really need to be talking about this, and people really need to be aware of the organizations that can help, because if they don't know about them, then they get shut down.